popcorn. So here we are for yet another interview of the Inspired Indian. We're today with Shiva Chakoli, and Shiva is an IT professional. But what we're going to talk to Shiva about today is his accomplishment as the owner of a chess academy, and also Shiva is one of those very few, or probably the only Indian in Ontario who is a national arbiter and also a licensed teacher for chess. Now, Shiva, I'm not very well versed with how chess works in this whole world of chess, but definitely these do seem like unique achievements, and we'd love you to share us more, walk us through your chess journey, and tell us where you're at right now. So welcome and share more.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks, Vandana, for this opportunity to speak on my chess career and where I am at. So I would say that I started my chess as a 12-year-old boy. Like I was, playing chess at school and all, but at the age of 12, I played one of the selections in YMCA when I was in India. So that's I got selected for the like national team in under 12, but I had to actually to qualify for that I had to play like two of the previous national winners, like who are sub junior boys. Like we were four people who got selected, and we had to play two of them who were like previous winners, and out of the six, two people two kids would got selected for the nationals. So this is where I would say, I got one of my lifelong friend over there. So while the selections happened, and I was not informed on the day, like when the tournament would happen between the six of us to get selected. And I was checking with the at that time the coach who was there, like when will the tournament happen. I was almost going to YMCA at least a week or a couple of weeks time, but I never heard back like when actually the selections would happen. So one of the days when I walked into YMCA, I saw that the actual selections was happening, but it was happening with that coach student was there in place of me. And I was a bit shocked, and I was virtually in tears, like how come a player without informing me. But he said, like, we sent you letters, we gave you calls and all that. But I said, even like couple of days back I came here and spoke to you, and you did not tell me that there is a selection happening like 2 days later. And yeah, I was virtually like crying over there. Then this small kid, like who is the previous year's winner, like he came by, he spoke to the coach, and he said that why don't you give him a bite today, and like let him also be part of this selection. But unluckily the coach did not agree. But this kid, like his name is Shrikant, and he became my lifelong friend, and even now he's a good friend of mine. And we did our MBA together. And even there's a big story about like how I got my MBA through chess. So it happened that I played when I was back in India. There was like MSET, and there was sports quota for chess and all. So I went to the selections for the state, and I was the like fifth player, in the top ranking list. But only four players would get selected to play nationals. And here, on that day when everybody was leaving, and after like 1 week, I had my MBA entrance coaching, everything that I need to study for. And when I went to the railway station, actually I was on my slippers. I went to the railway station to see them off, and I was looking at the list, like who all going. Then I saw that only three people were listed there. The fourth person, like who is a university professor, like he was not listed. And at that time, like this, I'm talking about 1992 and all, around that time frame. And suddenly I was thinking, oh my goodness, I was following it up with them, and I know that I thought like everybody is going, and and then suddenly I turned my head and I saw like my dad, and there was one guy named M. Raju who was part of the team. They were carrying my suitcase, everything, the complete luggage and all. My father came to the railway station, and I with that slippers, I just went to play the national tournament, and with that certificate that I got my MBA seat. Like I was not ranked, where I could get the seat, but with that national certificate and my MBA ranking, I got it under sports quota. And so that was the turning point in my life, like what chess had given me in terms of my education. And Yeah, and I used to, during my MBA times, I used to train like students in chess and all for pocket money and all. Like we were like middle class family, not that rich and all. And like by then I had played for like 5 inter-university tournaments. I have played. Then I have played for during my MBA times. I have played like 3 of the nationals by then, and I used to coach these students. And like I'm talking about after 20 years, I like recently. I would say like about 2-3 years back, I just got a call from one of my students. Her name is like Krishna Manjusha, and she said like she was my student when she was 8 years old, and now she's working in Australia for an Indian commission. And I feel like that was one of the biggest success in my career, where I felt that like somebody after 20 years of my training, they remember me, they call me, and they talk about their success. So I felt like whatever chess has given me is a lot, I would say. Like I trained my son. He has represented Canada in 2 of the World Youth Championships, and that is like a big success that I have. And even during my MBA times, like the 12-year old boy that I spoke about, he was like one of my like MBA classmates. So I used to go to his house to study and all during my MBA times. Like we are like thick of friends. And I would say that even my wife, she's the biggest strength in my career. And even in chess, like she supports me through thick and thin. Like even hard times, I find that she's very strong, maybe like stronger than me in terms of the mindset and in decision making and everything. So I take great pride like having such a wife.
No,
uh,
that's very good, Shiva. Thank you so much for walking
yeah,
us through all the whole story and how chess has played such an important role in your life, right?
that's right.
But tell us a little bit about, Canada. Like, how did you end up becoming the national arbiter in Canada?
Yeah. So mainly like this happened during the COVID times. So COVID time, I know like if, chess, I felt like it was blossoming during the time because most of the people were indoors, and also that is where I started my Grand Prix tournaments. But this was like online tournaments, and where I had like grandmasters, international masters, both from India throughout the globe. Like they came and played the tournament. And apart from that, around 2020, we had a 300-year-old temple in India. Where for that reconstruction, like me and my son, we played like an online dad versus son, like a tournament, and we telecasted it live globally. And people who watched that, they paid the funds directly to the temple, and we generated like around 2 lakhs for the construction of the temple and all that stuff.
Wow.
So that is where I felt that I can do more to chess. and that is where I worked on these tournaments, conducting tournaments, and I became a chess arbiter. And after that, I underwent training from grandmasters,
So
and
just a quick question
yeah.
here. What does it take to become an arbiter?
Now, to become an arbiter, like normal Canada arbiter, you can conduct tournaments without a problem. But to become a FIDE arbiter, the Chess Federation of Canada, they need to approve. And again, that is based on the tournaments you conduct, like how you conduct the tournaments, and you need to be knowing the rules of the game and everything for them to say that okay, you are good to become a national arbiter. And once they confer that, then you can start conducting like FIDE international tournaments. And this year I'm conducting at least like 12 tournaments, like Grand Prix tournaments, every like almost in a month, like couple of Saturdays the tournament is being conducted. And the second youngest grandmaster, Rizwan Proto, he has from the remaining 8 tournaments, he said like he'll be playing 6 of the Grand Prix tournaments, and he has given a very good feedback about the tournaments I host, and especially this type of tournament, where you have a selection criteria, you play multiple tournaments, and to reach the finals, only the top players, who score really good in each of the tournament, they get a chance to play the finals. And the finals, that will be a bigger prize money, because 25% from each tournament, we keep it for the finals. So whoever are the winners over there, will be giving the prize money for them.
So
So this
how
format is
long
very good.
have you been organizing tournaments now in Canada?
In Canada, I would say it's more than like 5 6 years. I've been after like 2022. Again, I'm doing 2025, but before that, there was like frequent tournaments were being organized by me.
And why do you think lesser number of Indians are in this field? Like, because we've produced, so many national or international champions, but why less number of Indians in this field here in Canada?
Yeah, that's a very good question, Vandana. I know that, you know, because I would say that Indians are there into lot many fields. Like they want to become a king in all fields. I would say that, and as you, because chess, I feel it's requires lot of dedication. Like when you enter into that game, it really obstructs you in playing lot of other fields, because the amount of time that you need to give to chess, it's a bit huge, to really scale up to that level. The time is a bit more. So here in Canada, I would say compared to India, the challenge is because we only have around probably 4 to 5 months of summer, like the warm weather and all. Once that is there, the kids, they just want to go out and play, and
Ah,
so that
okay.
is, yeah, that is one of the big challenge I found, that children, they prefer outdoor sports compared to indoor sports.
Mm.
So that is the difference I saw, why there are so many Indian players who are like grandmasters and all. Like India, we have like around 100 grandmasters over there, and here we have just a handful of them. So
Absolutely.
yeah,
No, that makes a lot of sense. And despite all those challenges, you're at it, you're following your passion, which is very, very inspiring. Kudos
yeah,
to
yeah.
you for doing this and keeping that passion alive because, it's one thing to make your bread and butter, but to live authentically and to follow your what speaks to your heart is another thing. And you're doing that so diligently. And I guess in your for your upcoming tournaments, you are looking for some sponsorships because those sponsorships will drive more entries to your tournament, correct?
That's right, Vandana, because previously in 2022, when I organized the tournament, we had a very good sponsor. We were able to tell, okay, we'll be giving this much prize money, and I was getting at least 50 to 60 entries during that time. But now I see that, with I don't know, it's an economy hit or what. In spite of my trying, I really couldn't get sponsors who could fund the tournaments and all. So I am not able to really provide a figure in terms of what is the prize money I can give. So that is hitting the tournament a bit. I would say like more than a bit. So yep, I am actively looking out for sponsors who can come forward and help the chess to really grow in Canada. That's what I'm
Eh,
trying to do.
No, thank you for doing this despite all those challenges. Yes, we're not at the best times from an economic perspective. And
That's right.
so despite all that, you're working through all the challenges and keeping that spirit, that passion alive. So kudos to you. Wishing you all the
Thanks.
best. And this is
Yeah.
for our viewers. Any help to get those sponsorships would be really appreciated. Shiva is obviously reaching out proactively with the package, the details, and what the sponsors get out of it, and how they can help. So good luck on that journey, Shiva, and thank you for sharing your story with us.
Yeah. And thanks a
Thanks.
lot, Vandana, for this opportunity.
Thanks a
Thank you.
lot, Shiva. Okay, take care.
Yeah.
Bye now.
Thank you.